voted to not have a pay raise, and of course that was signed into law.
I would definitely vote for a reduction in congressional pay, and I would introduce the bill or sign on.
For our last question, again, is for both of you. What do you see as the greatest need in the 2nd District, and how would you, as a congressman, help address that need?
I think the greatest need in the 2nd Congressional District right now is jobs, is the economy. And I believe our economy is not going to get back on track until we clear up what's going on in Washington. The people that have the money to invest right now are not investing it because they're afraid of what's going to happen in Washington with the taxes and all those kind of things. So we've got to get Washington straight now so that we can get jobs back in Southwest Georgia. I would love to put somebody on my staff who has nothing to do but economic development in Southwest Georgia, to work with the state folks and the local folks to bring jobs and keep jobs in this area.
I believe that the role of government is to try to create an atmosphere where jobs and the economy can grow. I believe that I have a record of doing what it takes to bring jobs here, to capitalize on our assets. We have military bases here, we have agriculture here, and in my position on the Appropriations Committee, I have done, I believe, a good job in trying to support those industries in ways that will benefit the communities and create numerous jobs. 28,000 in the Columbus area, 4,000 at the Marine base, and thousands here in agriculture.
Now we'll move on to our closing remarks for 2 minutes. Begin with you, Mr. Sanford Bishop.
Thank you, Mr. Keown.
I apologize.
I'll be glad to get it first. You know, this race is all about who do you trust. It's about who do you trust to go to Washington and really represent the interests of Southwest Georgia. As a small town mayor and as a county school board member, as a state representative, I have a track record of representing first the people who elected me. I learned that if I was going to be effective in Atlanta, in the state legislature, representing the people who sent me up there, I had to know how to tell the speaker no, I had to know how to tell the governor no, and I had to vote what was right for the people who sent me up there and elected me. I'll do the same thing, I can promise you that, when I go to Washington. I don't care if the speaker is Republican or Democrat, or the president is Republican or Democrat, it doesn't matter to me. If what we're voting on isn't right for the people of the 2nd Congressional District, I'll vote no on it every time. I will absolutely represent you first. So again, I'm just asking you to hire me to do a job, to represent you in Washington, and not the other way around, not try to come home from Washington and tell you that we know what's right for you. You hire me, and I promise you that I'll never forget that I work for you. And thank you tonight, and thank you for the opportunity to come.
That concludes this segment.
This job does not belong to me. It belongs to the people of the 2nd Congressional District. I've been fortunate that you've allowed me to serve you over these years, and I've gained a great deal of understanding and experience of the people here and the values. I try to take the values from Southwest Georgia back to Washington. Those values are very clear: God, country, work, family, and guns, and not necessarily in that order. Those are the values that we represent. Every time I vote, I try to think in terms of whether those votes reflect those values, whether the votes I make are consistent with the interests of the people of the 2nd Congressional District. My vote doesn't belong to anybody but the people here. It doesn't belong to the president, it doesn't belong to the speaker, it belongs to the people of the 2nd Congressional District. I try to make a decision based upon what I believe is truly in the best interest of the people of our district. I hope that as you review my record, and I've been with you in good times and bad times, through floods and through droughts, I've been supportive. I visit the district every weekend. We have casework that we represent people. We've got some 7,000 open cases. And of course, I've had some 200 meetings with constituents. I don't stay in Washington. I come home practically every weekend. But I want to be your servant. I want to work for you. I want to be great because I want to be measured by the standards set by Jesus. If he was great among you, shall be your servant, and he was greatest, shall be servant unto all. And I want to continue to be your servant.